Now, for over 20 years, GLEN, the Gay and Lesbian Equality Network, has worked on issues of equality for lesbian and gay people in Ireland. With their patience and tenacity, they've gradually changed attitudes and behaviour in our society to make it a fairer and more equal place for us all.
To be an active homosexual in Ireland is technically to be a criminal. In Ireland, homosexual men face sentences of from 10 years to life on conviction.
I can't see any difference. If you love somebody, you love somebody.
I'm telling you what Christ said. Christ said male and female.
It's exactly the same. It's just you both happen to be the same sex.
And we must keep in mind that homosexuality has been rejected for over 6,000 years.
There's no difference in terms of the relationships that we have. There's no difference in terms of the rights that we should have.
We're saying in 1993, over 130 years since that piece of criminal law was enacted, that it is time we brought this form of human rights limitation to an end.
We were all involved in protests in the 1980s. It seems like we spent most of our Saturdays out on demos. You only demonstrate really, but I suppose, when you're not winning. GLEN was established in 1988, and at that stage the only kind of resource that we had was our power of persuasion. We try and convince people, and we try and construct that majority, and we try and win over Irish people and win over our elected representatives for progressive change in Ireland for lesbians and gay men, and we've done that successfully. Civil marriage was one of our key goals, and we worked very hard at that, at winning people over to that, winning politicians over to that particular view.
In the Civil Partnership Bill, I think they approached it really amazingly well in that they targeted everybody. They didn't just target the people who were on their side.
The Civil Partnership is legislation that recognises our relationship.
It is a massive, overwhelming victory. It is a victory not for gay people, it's a victory for decency and a victory for this country.
So it's normal partnership rights, if you like, for us, but previously we didn't have that. So it gives us security in the main.
I was quite flabbergasted at the solid work they're doing behind the scenes.
The fact that they have got through this bill, particularly without a vote in effect, in the Oireachtas, is a testimony to the work that they did, the groundwork that they did and the background work that they did lobbying people on their behalf.
The Civil Partnership Bill has been described by the Minister for Justice and Law Reform, Dermot Ahern, as the most important civil rights achievement since independence. The situation for lesbians and gay men in Ireland has changed phenomenally. Now we're one of the most progressive countries in the world in terms of the legal situation for lesbians and gay men.
To present this award, please welcome the Chief Executive of Rehab, Angela Cairns.
The award winners tonight are incredible people. They demonstrate the best of what is of Irish society, the spirit of courage and determination. And even in these uncertain times, they show us what we can do and how we can make our country a better place. Irish people have an innate sense of justice and essential fairness. And the next award is a great example of what makes us who we are. GLEN has campaigned for decades, as you've heard, for the rights of gay and lesbian couples to have their relationships recognised in Irish law, and to do away with the discrimination and the hardship that still exists for these families. So, for their determined, professional, dignified and persuasive work, I am delighted to present the People of the Year Award to GLEN for their outstanding achievement. Please welcome on the stage Sharon Irwin-Goran and Christopher Robson.
Chris and Sandra, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. If you'd like to hand it over, Angela.
Thank you.
They've won it.
It's very heavy.
Well done. Chris, you've been involved with GLEN since the very beginning. What's it been like to witness the amount of change that Ireland has gone through to get to today?
Well, as you said, it has been a long struggle, but each year or each couple of years there seems to have been some new code or law that we have been helped to bring into place. And of course this year has been particularly special, this achievement. But it's not just an achievement, as indeed was said there on the little film. It's an achievement not just for our communities, but for Ireland as a whole. It's a fairer place, it's a more equal place. We can take pride in that. And again, as was said in the film, we relied heavily on the fairness and openness of the Irish people and the welcome that they've given us. So I mean, that has always been behind. We understood that was part of what we were doing and how we were being backed. So this really is a wonderful award for GLEN and for Ireland, people in Ireland generally.
Well, thinking about what Chris just said, that this award is happening tonight because of the backing of the public, because of the support you have from people all over the country watching at home. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it's just a fantastic award for GLEN to receive such a prestigious award, and really to be honoured in this way by the public is just amazing. You know, I think it really does send out a very affirming message to lesbian and gay people throughout Ireland who are watching in their sitting rooms tonight, having their cups of tea, and you know, some of them who aren't out yet or aren't out to their family. I think this really does give them a really affirming message. I suppose for us in GLEN, we will continue you know, to work, I suppose, on the issues that affect lesbian and gay people. We'll continue to strive for equality, you know, full equality, and whether that's at home, at work, at school, or in the local communities.
Are you happy with this bill that was passed? Is there more work to be done?
There is more work to be done. We're profoundly glad that it has been brought in. It is a major advance. It's a big stepping stone. I think it has made the ultimate achievement of marriage much closer. That's not an opinion that everybody has, but I think it has in fact made it much closer, because the country, by its welcome, and as the Minister said in his film, the acceptance in the Dáil and virtually without a vote, not a vote in the Dáil and hardly a vote in the Senate against us, that is something we can build upon.
Angela, the work that advocacy groups like GLEN do every day is so important, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's very, very important, but also it allows the public to influence and participate in significant legislation that affects them. And I think we really, really need to support our advocacy groups, and particularly groups like GLEN, who are so professional and so determined, but so professional in how they go about their work.
Well said. Ladies and gentlemen, Angela Kearns, and representing GLEN, Sandra Owen-Goran and Chris Robson. Well done.
Thank you.